You're tuned into Raw Real Talk, where we give you the real deal. Yes, we do. And here's the realness for this segment. We're talking about all the slack that Raz B been getting around the molestation allegations that he's been putting out there. And actually, we're going to talk about two people that totally disrespected him that I want to talk about. The first person I want to speak about in this particular segment is Miss Jones. And she's a radio personality from Hot 97 if you do not know who she is. Okay, I'm going to recap this interview to let you know where she went wrong and how she was wrong. And her sidekick was wrong. Okay, now we're going to start by what she said. She thanked him for calling in to do the interview, and she apologized to him if, in fact, that he did get molested, which was all fine. But she also expressed to him that she wanted to talk about the allegations. He did not want to talk about that. He made that very clear. Okay? They did ask him that was he missing to clear up those allegations about that, and he stood up there and said pretty much, no, I'm fine. I love everybody. And he did mention something, if I'm not mistaken, about his music or whatever. Okay? They kept sticking on the allegations. He did not want to talk about that. And then right then and there, her sidekick gonna jump in and ask, did Chris Stokes poke you? And that right there showed me that this was bullshit. Raz B realized this was bullshit. And you know what he said? He said, you know what? God bless you and goodbye. And he hung up. And after that, Miss Jones is going to call him a homo. And she's going to say he liked being molested. And she said the only reason why they wanted to do the interview was to talk about the molestation allegations because nobody cares about him. He has nothing going on. And nobody cares about his music. That she said, what music? You know, and they made it very clear. All they was interested in was the allegations. And the fact that he didn't want to talk about that, they get upset about it. And he's still, after he hangs up, making all kinds of vulgar statements while ranting and raving about him not want to talk about the situation, making ass jokes. And then in the back, she want to say quietly, oh, I was being sincere. Being sincere about what? That he's a homo? That he like being molested? Come on now, Miss Jones, that do not make any good sense. And you know that was wrong. That was straight wrong. And he hung up because he knew y'all was on some bullshit. And I noticed this about Miss Jones. When she get these celebrities on this telephone and doing these interviews and into the studio, wherever she's at, she totally wants everything to go her way. That's first thing. And she want to talk about things that a person might not want to talk about. And when they state that, she get angry. Then she starts saying vulgar things and she try to pull an argument out of it. And I notice she do this or does this because she want to keep her listeners. But that's not right. You don't disrespect somebody to bring yourself up. What kind of nonsense was that? And she calls herself a radio show host with class, I'm assuming. But this did not show any class. This was ass backwards. It was disrespectful. And the reason I'm speaking on this is because it was wrong. Raz B was disrespected. Her and her side kick just clearly didn't care about him because they said it. And I can even see if he disrespected them, but he didn't. He did not. And you can hear in the interview, he did not disrespect them. All he kept saying was, God bless you. God bless you. And he didn't want to talk about that. Then she's in the back saying, why he don't want to talk about that? Why don't he want to talk about that? He didn't want to talk about it because for him, at this point, he said it. He was just something he's moving away from. And he's trying to move and better his life. And you want to get mad because he don't keep his personal business now personal? And I feel Miss Jones and her sidekick had low self-esteem. It was distasteful. It was immature. It was evil-spirited. It was twisted. For you to have a guest on your show and you disrespect him in such a manner. He did not disrespect you, for therefore you should not have disrespected him. You could speak strongly on the matter, but you did not have to disrespect him. And child molestation is a serious act, people. And for you to grade a person that has been molested, in which we believe what he was saying, shows you and your sidekick are inhumane and have a mental problem. And like Raz B said, you definitely need Jesus and God bless you. Because that was ignorant and that was silly. And like I said, Miss Jones, if you feel you need to rag on people, these celebrities and regular people included, to make yourself feel better and bully people into thinking you're going to get them to do what you want them to do and say what you want them to say, it don't work like that, honey. If you give somebody an interview and you ask them about what's going on, maybe with their camp, dealing with music, or their personal lives, and you ask them a question and they don't want to talk about it, and you want to pry it out of them disrespectfully, honey, you need to leave that alone. You ask a question, they don't want to answer it, and you want to try to pull the gossip out of them in a disrespectful manner. That's crazy. Do better than that. And on that note, God bless you. God bless the people around you. But you need balance, sweetheart. And that's what this is about, balance. When people listen to you, you got to have some kind of balance. Because when people start hating you, you're going to realize that you need to do something different.